Okay, everybody. So I'm in what I call the nursery. Basically, it's a closet that I converted into fluorescent lighting. And I put all of my, once the seeds have germinated these are tomatoes, but whatever you're germinating, then it's time to put them under light. Okay, there's a lot of misconceptions as far as what kind of light. If you go to certain stores, they'll want to sell you grow lights that are really expensive, and they work. These are just typical fluorescent tubes. They're cheap. I can't remember the last year or decade that I changed them. They just last. And because they're only on for a short time, these will only be under lights until about the 15th of April. And then the tomatoes get to go in the ground into their permanent home. So what I do is I take one of these old metal racks. It doesn't have to be metal. I do because sometimes I have a tendency to maybe overwater, and I don't want the cardboard or the wood to, stay wet. So I'll put the metal rack in, and then I come on over here and I grab our little babies. Can you see those? See all those little babies getting ready to grow? And I just put them right underneath there. You can see how they're all just really fresh. These have been up maybe a day, two max, not very long, but they're ready for light. They're ready to start the whole process. Okay, so let's get the camera in there and we'll look. So I've got 17 out of the 20 germinated within the week. And I've got, 10 on this rack. And you can see, here's the lighting underneath here, the fluorescent lighting. And this is just, you can buy this at anywhere, any hardware store, Home Depot, whatever. And that's what they look like. And I've got the name on our little bamboo designators there. Black Prince is what this is. And that's going to grow up to be an 8-foot tall tomato plant. And it will probably yield about 200 to 250 Black Prince. Beautiful heirloom tomatoes. All from that. How cool is that? So we've got this. I'll finish up the other rack. I've got another side over here that I put a different grouping in. And I'll grow 20 plants. This year, I'll give away probably 10 and keep 10 for my garden, because 10 is plenty of tomatoes for a family. So there we go. There we go. I'll leave the light on about 16 hours a day, and then I'll turn it off for 8 hours just to replicate the sun, mimic the sun, so to speak. And then on days, once they get a little stronger, I'll take them outside and give them a day outside. If it's a nice temperature and it's nice and bright, the sun, just monitor them a little bit, maybe 3 hours, 6 hours, depending how they're doing. But I'll give you updates. We'll keep moving along in this process all the way until they're planted in the ground. In fact, all the way until we pull the plants out in November next year or December, depending what kind of fall that we have. So anyway, so that's it for this part. Stay tuned. We'll just keep these videos coming so you can just see what we're doing. You can do the same for yourself. Okay, see you next time.